Week 16, call to the booth. Aqib Talib, Harrison Sanford. Now, if you're still playing fantasy football, congratulations. That means you win a chip. But if not, let's get this work on this DFS right now. Paul, drop that beat. Call to the booth. Week 16. Aqib Talib and Harrison Sanford. We finna get to work on this DFS, man. Right now. We finna make somebody rich this week.
Hey, Aqib, I must tell you, this has been a great month of fantasy football DFS for me. I've made it to the chip. I've won every week in DFS for like the past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's good on this side.
It's been good,
you
right?
Appreciate
You know
it. Yeah.
You already know. And not too good for me. I got put out first round in the playoffs, you know. But hey, DFS, we still coming.
There you go. A little trick that I pulled off this year. I specifically targeted guys who are gonna have a great postseason schedule.
Oh, yeah.
And I ended up sneaking into the playoffs, and I've smacked all the good teams.
See?
I just beat a team that had Aaron Jones and Tyreek Hill and Derrick Henry because I had David Montgomery and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Just because I knew their schedules in the end of the season were just butter.
They went crazy too, both of them.
It's been great. Oh, I've been talking so much shit too. I've been talking so much shit. All right. So what we're gonna do in this episode for everybody listening or watching, we're actually gonna give you all of our insight into the DFS. You're literally gonna hear us go from pick number 1 to the last pick, and sometimes we'll have to put players in, put them out. You'll go through the whole thought process. Usually we kind of do a more condensed version, but we figure you're probably not playing fantasy football anymore. You're probably out. So might as well win some money in DFS. So we're going to take you through the whole process. But before we do that, a lot of decisions for people who are in the championship round are going to have to decide what they do at the quarterback position. Because a quarterback has emerged that has league-winning potential. His name is Jalen Hurts. And you got to see him firsthand this past weekend. Paul, if you could pull up the consensus quarterback rankings for week number 16. So, most people in their leagues have a strong chance of being able to get Jalen Hurts. And there's only 2 people left in your league, so you can pick them up on waiver wire. So the question is, do you start Jalen Hurts over a quarterback you had all season long? So quickly, Aqib, I just want you to say yes or no to each position, to each player. Do you start Jalen Hurts versus the Cowboys or Patrick Mahomes versus the Atlanta Falcons?
Patrick Mahomes.
Kyler Murray versus the 49ers or Jalen Hurts?
Kyler Murray.
Aaron Rodgers versus the Titans or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
Lamar Jackson versus the New York Giants or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
Josh Allen versus New England or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
Justin Herbert versus the Denver Broncos or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
Ooh, so you at this point, you pretty much got him. And let's just do this one just for fun. Tom Brady, we'll go through the top 10. Tom Brady versus the Detroit Lions or Jalen Hurts?
I might go Tom Brady.
Yeah? Okay.
Tom Brady gonna throw 3 touchdowns this week.
Ryan Tannehill versus the Packers or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
So if I'm correct, you're gonna play Jalen Hurts. Only quarterbacks you're playing over Jalen Hurts: Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray. Was it over Lamar? You didn't pick Lamar. It wasn't Lamar Jackson.
And Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the only.
And Tom Brady. So
I don't know why they projected. I don't know why they project Tom. Well, I guess 18 not that low, but Tom.
Because he's not really gonna rush.
Right.
Yeah. So you've got pretty much Jalen Hurts as a top 3 quarterback for Week 16 for the most part.
Yes, sir. Football is back. So you know what that means, man. We like to put on our favorite jersey, get some beer, get some chips, and lock in on Sundays. So don't forget to lock in with Manscaped, though, man. Below the belt. We got to lock in and make sure we nice and neat below the belt so our wives and our girlfriends don't have nothing to say at night after the games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you spend all day on the couch watching the game, and then you try to get romantic, but you didn't do the part that you should have done before that. You didn't treat your halftime correctly when you should have been taking care of yourself. You alluded to it as the Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0, and they got everything you need. First of all, Aqib, when we were younger, we didn't have the technology that they have now, where you could actually have the Lawnmower 3.0. It's a skin-safe technology. It's waterproof. It's cordless. You can bring it in the shower, get all the spots that you really need to get. They also have the Crop Preserver, which is a ball deodorant, so you can stop from the chafing, especially if you're not wearing appropriate boxers. Fellas, wear good boxers. And then also you have the Crop Reviver as well. So you have the Perfect Package 3.0, all these things that you need to make sure that you're on top of your game when the games are over.
Definitely, man. Manscaped.com got us covered, guys. I can remember, just going into the shower and grabbing whatever razor, doing what I got to do, hopping out the shower, dumping baby powder down there. But, we don't have to go through that kind of stuff no more, guys. We got manscaped.com. Use the promo code NOFLYZONE. You get 20% off and you get free shipping. That's on anything you need. You get you a trimmer. You get you a little deodorant, man. I say you good to go with them two things right there, man. So, NOFLYZONE is the promo code. 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com, man. They got us covered.
Your balls will thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, DFS time. Let's go ahead and look at that lineup. Paul, if you could pull up our little DFS screen, please. There's a lot of players that are in very good spots. Obviously, with 3 games on Saturday, a Thursday night football game, the pool of players is diminished. So how we like to build lineups here, usually start at the defense, because you can go cheap, and if you have some leftover money, you can go there. So Paul, if we could pull up the defenses here, the cheapest one that we might see if we scroll down a bit in a good spot, we don't want the Jets, we don't want the Falcons, we don't want the Jaguars, we don't want the Bengals, we don't want the Broncos, we don't want the Cowboys, don't want the Giants, don't want the Seahawks, Panthers, Texans. We're not really seeing any cheap defenses so far. Washington football team at 3,000 maybe.
2,700 ain't cheap.
Oh, it's cheap, but there we go. That might be our pick.
I might ride with them. I might ride with them Panthers versus Haskins.
Boom. Panthers.
Let's start with that.
Boom. Let's start with that. So 2,700. Carolina, this is on DraftKings, $2,700, Carolina Panthers against the Washington football team. All right, let's go to quarterback. I feel like that's an important position to fill and do it correctly, especially with the way quarterbacks are scoring this year. Usually quarterback gave you 21, you're fine, but now these quarterbacks are scoring in the 30s, mid-30s, if you talk about Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts and all those guys. So judging by what we just talked about, I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to be your pick at 7,000.
I wanna go Jalen Hurts, but if we run out of money somewhere, we can come back to Baker Mayfield versus them Jets. I like Baker versus them Jets too. So, but I like Jalen to throw 2 touchdowns, run for 1, at least had 3 tubs on the board. He gonna be 20 plus.
Okay, bet. So
Jalen
we're gonna roll
20
with
plus. So let's go Jalen first and see what our money look like.
So Jalen Hurts $7,000. All right, so you said you like Baker Mayfield, so let's just go to. I like pairing. Maybe obviously we're not pairing him because we didn't pick Mayfield yet, but that means we might like what we get from the wide receiver position from the Cleveland Browns. So you got Jarvis Landry at 6,900. Do we want to place him in as a placeholder for now? How you feel about that?
Landry, what Landry do last week? Man, he getting his own.
Landry had a touchdown. I think he had about 17 fantasy points.
He dropped 17 last week? Oh,
yeah, 19 actually.
There we go. Yeah, let's put Landry in there, man. They coming alive. Man coverage versus them Jets. They might get an unorthodox 0 call or something like that. Free touchdown. Yeah, let's put him in there. Let's take him in there.
Okay, so now we got Landry in there. If we jump to the running back position, maybe I should have done this. We should have looked at this first. So running backs, I feel as if, and you saw him this past week, if Jalen Hurts is going to go off, that probably means also Miles Sanders has a chance to go off as well. They
running game go crazy when Jalen Hurts is in there, man. So let's definitely go Miles Sanders, 7 bands. Let's see what that look like.
So we got Jalen Hurts, 7,000. Miles Sanders, 7,000. Landry, 6,900. Panthers at 2,700 at defense. So that's where we stand right now. 26 $26,400 left. Are there any cheap running back plays this week? Do we know of any, Paul? Yeah, because obviously we have to fill those if you get a cheap one. David Johnson maybe against Cincinnati potentially. How else are we looking? Any other guys you like here, Aqib?
Usually we spend a little bit of money on running back, don't we?
Yeah, but you got to get the cheap. When the cheap one hits, you got to hit it. Like for example, this past weekend, Pollard for the Cowboys was a cheap play. Across the industry, everybody played him. You almost have to because of the injury. And so there's an injury to Duke Johnson, which means that David Johnson is going to get even more carries, more passes out the backfield against the Cincinnati Bengals. And Deshaun Watson's been cooking one way or another. So that's why I was thinking him. I'm bugging.
What?
How do you feel? How do you feel about Le'Veon Bell?
Oh yeah.
No Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
No Clyde Edwards. See, them the type of names I like to hear. I think let's put Le'Veon in there and see where we go from there.
Okay,
Le'Veon
he's 58.
He's gonna get a bunch of touches, and what people forget is, man, he a hell of a receiver. And I know how Big Red and Andy, Big Red, we call him Big Red in the league. But I know how Big Red do, man. He find what you do well, then he find ways to, exploit that. So he gonna find ways to get Le'Veon matched up on some linebackers, and Mahomes gonna do his thing. So yeah, I like Le'Veon right there in that spot.
Okay. Let's look at some other wide receivers. Le'Veon's not really at a discount, but he is in a good spot. Even though the Falcons have been good at rush defense, but as you mentioned, Le'Veon can get it both ways.
What Allen Robinson been doing? What did he do last week?
Ooh, he's
See, I was in the booth last week, so I didn't get to sit there and watch all the games at the same time this week.
He had 12. We have 5 targets, 8. He's been. Mr. Trubisky has been playing very well. David Montgomery's been running the ball very well. Allen Robinson going against what secondary are they going against this week? Going against Jacksonville. Oh, that feels like a plug and play.
Yeah, let's put him in there. Let's see what Allen going to do against that. That's what made me say his name as I seen him against Jacksonville.
Okay. Oh yeah, and as we usually do, we target certain teams. We target certain secondaries. So let's look at some other secondaries that we might want to target here. Maybe if we could scroll down a bit, Paul. Cooper Kupp probably a little bit too expensive.
Where's CD at?
CD. Ooh, against Philadelphia, 5,300. Do you like Andy Dalton going to CD? Obviously, I think it was Michael Gallup who left the game last week with an injury, so it could be increased targets for CD Lamb.
And he was pretty solid last week, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Let's see. He had five receptions, 7 targets against the. He also got that touchdown bring back at the end of the game against the 49ers. So that probably helped his fantasy point outlook. But he's in a good spot, especially if you think this game is going to be an up and down matchup between the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Hey,
then
what about Ward for Philly though?
Ooh,
Greg Ward, man. Let's because now I'm telling you. Greg Ward is Jalen Hurts' #1 receiver. That's Jalen Hurts' #1 receiver right there. Look at them last 2 games.
We had the last 2. There we go. Game 2. Here we go. He got 10 targets in the last 2 games.
I'm telling you, this is. I'm telling you, red zone. This the guy who you could tell they was on practice. It was on the tools. They was with the tools, getting all their reps together. They like this, bro. They like this. Red zone. He throwing everything straight out his break, man. His deep ball guy. I might ride with Greg Ward right here, man. I like him to get in the zone this week.
Okay, so we're gonna roll with Greg Ward. It might not be the most popular play, so maybe you play him in tournaments. But if he hits in cash, even better. You saved a lot of bread because he's only coming at $4,000.
We got some wiggle room. We got some room now.
Got some wiggle room now at tight end. We can't spend up, but we spend a decent amount. You got Hayden Hurst versus Kansas City, potentially Austin Hooper. You want to double down on.
I like Hooper. I like Hooper in this spot
against the Jets. Yeah. We're going to double down on the going against the Jets.
Click on him, Paul. Let's check him out last week.
5 receptions, 6 targets. Had a touchdown last week.
Yeah. See, I think he what Baker was missing. So Baker's starting to feel comfortable. Like, okay, I got my man coverage guys. Now he got Landry and he got Hooper. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he really starting to believe. I feel like he's starting to believe in Austin Hooper. As far as Baker Mayfield, he's starting to believe in Austin Hooper. So I like him at this spot.
And truth be told, the Jets, even though they've been a miserable team all year, they do have somewhat of a stingy run defense. So that means maybe a lot of play action, a lot of passes.
They got a good D-line. They got some hogs on that D-line, so you're not just going to be able to run them over.
Boom. So that leaves us with 5,400 for the flex spot, which is a pretty good spot to be in. Paul, let's see what we got at the top of that. So 5,400, we got Kiki QT versus Cincinnati. Interesting. Very interesting. Benny Snell at 5,300 versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Carlos Hyde, not really a great spot versus the Rams. As we mentioned, CeeDee Lamb. We got Russell Gage, not really in a good spot against Kansas City. Duke Johnson, he's going to be questionable. We're really not seeing too much out there, to be honest with you. We do have, here we go. We do have Giovanni Bernard going against the Houston Texans at 4,800. We saw what he did last night to the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Football. He's there. No Joe Mixon. We know the Texans are a bad run defense. We know he catches the ball in the outfield, but then again, they don't have their quarterback. So risky play nonetheless, but it could work out at that price.
The game. Do we got to be on the flex? Can we just go? Can you click on that running back tab?
Oh, you want to just fill it with another running back?
Let's see that, man. Running backs be getting busy on that flex.
Oh yeah, I'm a 3 running back player type of guy myself.
I'm telling you.
Three back, because the running back you feel confident in the running back getting the touches.
You almost could dictate his touches, like you said.
All right, so Paul, if you want to start from the top, just so I can let people who are listening so they can hear what we're looking through real quick. Benny Snell, Carlos Hyde, Naheem Hines, Duke Johnson.
Them the same bodies we were
Boston
just looking
Scott.
at, for real.
Yeah. Now, if you scroll up a little bit, Paul, the other direction, maybe, is there somebody you want to kind of go up for, maybe drop down somewhere? Nobody's really in a good spot. Unless we wanted to do David Johnson, but we'd have to drop down $6,000 from somebody.
All right, click on the wide out. Let me see the wide outs real quick.
I think QT might have been our best bet, 5,400.
Lamb might have Robbie Coleman on him too. Robbie Coleman played some ball on Sunday. He had a pretty good game. Larry caught the tub on him, but that was an amazing catch by Larry. Tough.
I'm leading my guy QT.
That's what
Deshaun Watson's still balling. Cincinnati, if Cincinnati's, Will Jackson's been solid for them, but I assume that game's going to what's the over-under on that, Paul? Is there over-under on the Bengals-Texans game? If that over... Go ahead.
Playing the Bengals, too? Yeah, I might go QT.
It's probably, 47 over-under?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. 49 over-under seems about juicy to me.
Yeah, we could probably ride with...
I'm wrong. It's 45.
45, okay. Not the most enticing over-under. What do you think, Aqib?
I'm trying to... Cutie scared me. Last time we picked him, he didn't do shit.
Yep.
It was set up for him to do something. He didn't do shit for us.
So, Paul, maybe we scroll up a little bit. Because remember, Aqib said we can go down from Hurts to Mayfield potentially if maybe we see somebody we like a little bit more.
That's $900 too. So that'll be at $6,300.
Do you like? A lot of these guys not in a good matchup. Like Hollywood Brown might get James Bradbury. You don't know who to pick between Claypool, Juju. You never know.
You never know. That Colts secondary, it's not bad. They take. I feel like the Colts secondary, they take the guys you're trying to get the ball to. They do a good job taking that away from you.
Bro, I think we might have to roll. The dice with old boy.
Yeah, man. Let's ride with Kiki, man. Let's go and put Kiki in there for our 5,400. And hope this one of them weeks he get in the zone for us.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't think we can go lower than. Is anybody here before we lock this in? Is there anybody here outside of QT, which we had a discussion about, that you don't like, that you want to maybe experiment, change it?
See, I like Jalen, Miles Sanders, Le'Veon, Landry, Robinson, Ward. I like them guys. I like Hooper, and the last two, Cutie and the Panthers is my two. Yeah. We doing them because that's what we can afford. But the other ones, I put them in regardless on what their price was. You know what I'm saying? So, Hey, that's what you got to do in DFS, though, man. You
Yeah.
can't afford everything. You gotta be on some type of budget.
Yeah, exactly. And as I said before, it's been a winning formula for the most part. Obviously, you know what you got to do. Yes, this is a good breakdown of the positions and some matchups you take advantage of. And yes, you have a good chance of winning. But please, you have to pay attention to the injury reports on Sunday morning. Guys get called out. Guys get replaced. Guys are not 100% and maybe get a snap count, maybe get a snap limit. These are all things you have to consider. This is your basis.
I think these guys who we picked, though, they pretty much in there. These ain't no banged up guys for real. I don't remember seeing none of these guys get super banged up.
As of now. But again, pay attention to injury reports.
Things happen.
So that things happen for sure. Just like last week, Tony Pollard, out of nowhere, Ezekiel Elliott got ruled out. Tony Pollard went off. If you didn't have him in your lineup, you did it to yourself. You have nobody to blame but yourself. I think that's pretty much it. Keep any last words?
Hey, man, subscribe. Call to the booth, man. Click that little button, subscribe. Ride with us. See y'all next week.
Peace.